regarding the cases. So I think you can start your case.
Today I am going to present a case of 66-year-old female patient Saira, that is married resident of Karachi, known case of diabetes mellitus for 5 years on oral hypoglycemic drugs, and she has a blood sugar level in between 200 to 250. She is also known case of hypertension for last 3 years. Patient was compliant to the medication. Presented with the complaint of shortness of breath of functional class 2 to 3 for last 2 weeks that become worse to functional class 4 for last 1 day. According to patient, she was in her usual state of health 2 weeks back when she gradually developed shortness of breath of about function class 2 to 3 associated with orthopnea and PND, for which she visited to some private hospital where she found to be anemic and injections Venofer was given for that. But the symptoms of the patient were progressive and it become worse for last 1 day and of functional class 4. Then she visited to NICVD and admitted with these complaints. On past medical surgical history, there is no any significant previous history of any cardiac disease or any asthma, COPD, and no any history of surgical. Previously, there is no any history of blood transfusion, and family history also non-significant. On examination, old age female of thin build and average height, lying flat on the bed with the vitals of blood pressure 90 by 60 millimeter of mercury, pulse was 74 beats per minute, respiratory rate is 19 breaths per minute with temperature afebrile. In some vitals she found to be anemic, otherwise all are unremarkable. On systemic examination, the only finding that is bilateral crepes were present, that is initially up to the mid zone, but later on it improved up and now it is on the bilateral basal crepes. On ECG there is a ST depressions in V4 to V5, V6 and T wave inversion in 1 AVL. And on lab investigation, prop I, the first set is 1.07, second set is 6.5. In other lab investigation, hemoglobin is 8 with the MCV of 66 and the urea was 97 with the creatinine of 2.9, when the creatinine clearance was 14 and or other electrolytes were normal. And with this the score, we admitted the patient with the impression of acute pulmonary
I think
edema.
your time is almost completing.
Acute pulmonary edema.
Want to add anything within
The score we calculated, the STIMI is 4 by 7 and the GRACE is 166. With that the mortality is 30% mortality in 30 days.
Okay.
Okay, very good. I think it was a good presentation. I think first thing which I would want to add is when we are presenting in a general forum, not in front of the patient, don't take the names. So there is a confidentiality issue from the patient. So I mean, I think any confidential information, name or their number, they generally is not presented. So it's presented as an anonymous case. Okay, so summarize. I mean, this is what was the age?
66.
66. Okay. Another, I mean, small thing, and when we are talking about kind of semantics in English, I mean, even at 66, if you would be presenting, say, in Western culture, they would mind if you say old age lady. I mean, I think it still would come into middle-aged lady. How would she look like? I mean, whether she is frail, because this another point which we generally miss is frailty. Frailty is very strongly indicated with the outcomes in various diseases. So if she is thin built, frail, or she is heavy built, I mean but frailty also is an important factor which we probably need to mention in the things which you. Other thing which I would have, you didn't say what was the source of admission, ER or clinic?
ER.
ER. Okay. So I would first have whatever information was available from the ER at the time of admission, right? They must have had some information that what was the situation at that time, because they also then did some intervention. So by the time she came to the clinic, she came to your ward, she was already in a different situation, right? But you presented that very well, how she progressed. So I think, in summary, I mean, she is diabetic, hypertensive, 66-year-old male, anemic. It seems like a microcytic anemia, so possibly an iron deficiency anemia, who seems to have a non-ST elevation MI with heart failure. Okay, and she is high risk, right? If that.
I just add two things in connection to Dr. Howard's. That whenever you're presenting, you have to clarify because she presented first in another hospital. So the sequence of ECG changes. What were the ECGs there and what are the ECGs here? And ECGs of ER or ward, whatever. Similarly, the hemodynamics you were describing, were they of ER at the time of presentation or they were in the ward which you have taken right now? So that you have to differentiate when you're presenting a new case in front. Second thing, ECG changes are not just STT changes. When you're describing, summarize them as sinus rhythm, rate, any other abnormalities or not, you have to mention. There's no other abnormality. Heart rate of itna with sinus rhythm, and even ST depression, if you're saying how much, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, whatever. So these are the few things. Otherwise, it was a very comprehensive and good. In a small span of time, you have given almost everything to us. Sir, we can ask 2-3 questions to the senior post fellows regarding this case.
I'll just add a comment here because that's something which I observe quite often. There is kind of a little confusion among the residents, and we see that even in the examination, postgraduate examination, is a history of presenting complaints. So most of the time when they are presenting the history of present illness, they actually are elaborating only on presenting complaints rather than present illness, right? So like in her case, if she is diabetic for 10 years or hypertensive for 10 years, which are risk factor for coronary artery disease, I would actually start her history. I mean, like you did rightly so. I mean, I think you started from the risk factors and you said that she is compliant with the medication and things, and you mentioned all those things. So that's how it should be. Your present illness is right from where the illness has started. Diabetes and hypertension, these chronic diseases are never past illnesses, they are present illnesses, right? And then there is presenting complaints. So one is your present history, which would include both all whatever is there in plus whatever the current situation is, which has evolved over time. Like in you were saying, I mean, she had shortness of breath, which gradually worsened over time, right? Okay.
I think overall it was a good. Since we are running short of time, we have to move on to the next case. We will ask question answer in the next case. Okay.